Or just what do you think they gave them trouble down the stretch?
I think they mixed it up well. Obviously, we didn't stop the run very well. They made some conversion. As they have all year, did a nice job mixing it up. And yeah, drove the ball down the field on us, unfortunately.
You had a lot of young players who were kind of thrown into tough situations at the end over the course of the game, via injury or whatever else. Just how do you think they handled that? And
again, a lot of these questions are always early because I didn't have a chance to see it. But I'm proud of all our guys. I'm proud of the young guys that got thrown in there. We're thin in some spots, but as always, nobody feels sorry for you in it. It's part of football. We've had to, we're playing some guys that didn't even travel the last away game, yeah, it's. I think that'll pay off somewhere down the road for us. Just didn't, and I don't, I haven't heard or seen what it is like. And I'm not saying any of those guys were the reason why we didn't win this game. So again, the inability to close out things and inability to really both halves. We're not to where we need to be. We're close, as you can keep seeing, but that's a tiring old story. I thought we had some explosive plays and a little more than we had in the past, so that's hopefully a positive sign we can build off of.
What do you think it will take to get from being close to being there where the games end up going your way?
Each and every one's got a little different scenario to it, so it's kind of hard to say, but we got to be. Again, we had some special teams meltdowns in the end of the first half. See some execution things. I mean, this game is pretty equal when I'm looking at this across the board. But we've had some untimely penalties. We had some opportunities where we could do some things. But again, obviously, I'm not going to blame one side of the ball or the other because we got balls off turnovers and didn't do anything with it in the first half. So, but you got to get a stop when you need it as well. So, and as a team, we lost. The fake punt hurt us. It should have been something I should have been on top of, just part of the field where it was at. So I'll take responsibility for that.
You mentioned the end of the first half there. You guys kneeled going into halftime. In the past, we've seen it go both ways for you. What was the thought process there?
Yeah, that one, again, there was 20-some seconds left on that. Where, it also is where, some of that's what kind of rhythm we're in, and I don't think we're in a great one at that time. So, and we got the ball coming out in the second half and 75 yards in 26 seconds. I know what you're kind of referring to, but, I made that decision.
And at the end of the first half, 38 points allowed in the final 2 minutes of first halves this season. What's led that to become something where it's a common occurrence?
I don't know. I don't even know what the stat is, and I couldn't tell you.
Can you talk about Quinn Skinner's overall performance?
Yeah, I thought it was one of Quinn's better games. Obviously, he got targeted probably more than he has, so it's good. It's something we've been working on. We got some. I think one was a busted coverage, his first touchdown, and his last one was a great catch. But yeah, it was good to get him in the kind of rhythm of things.
And then this week, with obviously the biggest storyline being the heat, do you think it affected them, or was it hotter than you guys thought?
I told the guys last night and this morning when I was out at some local high school games last night. Once the sun went down, it's I don't know if you call it, it's at the dry heat or whatever. It's nowhere near as humid as some of our. So it's actually very comfortable, even though it's in the 90s. I thought our guys handled that well. I think we might have had a couple cramps, but nothing that I was proud of the way we handled it. I don't think that was a big effect. We rotated some guys that we thought would be in that realm, possibly to be that better. Sometimes our crampers, but all in all, again. We lost the football game. Wasn't heat officiating. That is, we lost the football game by not making enough plays than they did.
Do you have any update to offer on Kobe?
No, I don't have anything. The little bit I heard was like 2 different things, so I don't even want to get close to commenting on that.
For you guys, on the defensive side of the ball, being able to finish games. Where do you feel like the steps can come there, the improvements maybe? To
I'd have to look at the film. I'll let you guys decide.
And the bye week now comes up. What do you hope you guys can accomplish during the bye?
We've got a lot to work on in all three phases. Be a little healthier, reset a little bit. We will continue with our format of what we do. And at that time, we practice 3 times. Coaches will be out recruiting. Work with our young guys a little bit extra, but we'll continue to do everything we can to prep for Houston to get ourselves on track, and that's all really I can ask our guys. I said this team is so close right now. We got to continue to find all those little things and snares to get better at, and every single thing. And I think on some of the questions, it's like is it missed tackles? Is it not in the right gap? Is it a poor call? Is all it and 20 minutes after a game's not the time to answer those, because you just don't have those same thing up front. We end up with sometimes I can hear because I'm back and forth, but sometimes it might be on the quarterback on the protection. Sometimes it might be a protection mistake on a blitz. Sometimes we're blocking the option man when we shouldn't be. There's a lot of again a lot of little reasons why we're not quite there. Okay, and ultimately that comes back to the head coach to make sure that we get that corrected. And but we could be sitting here at 6-0 and I'd still be saying the same stuff that has to get corrected. That doesn't change, and the work ethic of this staff and this program will not change. Okay, and when you go back and you keep trying to hit every bit of fundamentals and everything that you can do to be the best team that you can be, and that's the only way I know how to do it.